Hello, generals, and here it is. I'm just going to talk a little bit about this process for setting a goal today. To begin with, we've got my score from last time. So if you don't know, let me know. But let's say the average score in the class is 8, so I'm going to go with an 8. My goal, I want to be distinguished because I know that I have the insight and intelligence. I just lack some of the organization. So I'm going for a 13, which would put me in the distinguished range. My symbol in this case is always I'm excited about the moose because moose takes me and others where I've never been before, and that is exciting for me. I could draw a little moose here, but for time's sake, I won't. So now to talk a little bit about my symbol, I'm going to delete this. So I'm talking about what inspires me. So I'm up here. What inspires me? You can make your own symbol. Some of you may come up with your own, and that is awesome. But for here today, I'm just going to model this process through my own. So um, I'm talking about what is good writing. Good writing, to me, good writing is taking your audience that they have never been before. For me, this notion comes from the idea of finding the moose. So to find the moose, find the moose means go somewhere you've never gone before. This applies both literally and figuratively. So I have set up my main idea here um, around good writing and this idea of finding the moose. This is really introducing my main idea. So since I said this applies both literally and figuratively, I want to give some examples of that. For example, I may literally travel to a place in Canada, a hunter, or I may figuratively challenge myself as a speaker. I don't really like this sentence because it's got too much going on. So I'm going to go back here and just stick with literally in one spot. So, for example, I may literally travel to a place in Canada as a hunter and experience a an environment that I have never encountered. Similarly, during that trip, I may figuratively find the moose. I mentally challenging myself towards the goal of during Arctic air with a sense of mental fortitude. Basically means toughness. Fortitude. Arctic air. There you go. So here's some examples. This is this notion is important. I'm going to explain why these ideas are important because we want to engage our audience as writers, as readers and writers. To read that which you have read before is not going to compel someone to continue reading. So there is my really explanation of why this is relevant after giving some examples of why that's relevant. And now I'm linking it back to the main idea. In the end, developing meaning is synonymous with finding with going somewhere we have never gone before. In my case, that is a distinguished. That is becoming a distinguished writer. Remember, the question up here is what inspires me? What symbol inspires? Come on. My writing. Let's just change this up. Good writing. Everything's imperfect. It's a work in progress. I could go back and edit this, but you can see I have my main idea that introduces me to this notion of finding the moose. We have examples. We have analysis of why that matters and is relevant to becoming a good writer. And this summary of the entire idea. So, boom, boom, got it, ready to rock and roll.